Promotional consideration for today's race has been paid for by the following: Just Be Happy Block Explorer Shop, and by Metaverse Auto Group Dealerships, by Spiden Dival, a small town in the city, and by Merced Manor and Llama Libre, and by Viva Las Upland, home of the X-Carts. Our broadcast partners for today's race: Real Node LA. Scan the QR code and be taken straight to the theater to enjoy today's race. Good race day, everyone. Welcome to the MRNN Network. I'm Matt Chef, of course, here with the commish, Dakman, and as always, hiding in the background, we got Funky Beats. Say hi to everybody, Funky Beats.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Glad to see everybody today, and boy, do we have a really exciting day of racing coming at you today. We had some big announcements pop down on the on the UpX podcast last night. Dak, how you feeling today? How's it going?
Dude, every week it gets more and more exciting. I don't know what to do myself.
I know. I'm telling you what. I like, man. It seems like every week I have something else to be nervous about. So while we're doing the broadcast, but hey, it is what it is. The life. You know. So we're racing at Blueys Leg Speedway today in Bakersfield, California. And, first before we jump right into racing, I just want to say a huge shout out to all of our broadcast partners. Of course, Real Node LA. We are simulcasting live today on Twitch and YouTube on both of our channels. And we are also in the Buck server. So if you're a member of the Board Uplanders Club, you can jump on in that server. And starting today, we are live in the Upland Cafe out in San Francisco, 722, what's the address? 722 Montgomery. Sorry, 722
Yes.
Montgomery. I
should know that.
I know, I keep wanting to say Madison, and that's not it. 722 Montgomery. If you happen to be in the area and you want to drop in and watch us in the cafe, then please do so. You'll see all kinds of familiar faces in there, we hope, and we're really excited.
I just got to say, yesterday when we were testing this out with X1, seeing my face and big, huge.
Yeah, it was at the cafe. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And just an FYI, if you happen to be in the app, you would have gotten a notification about our stream today going live in the Upland Cafe. So we really want to thank David, X1, and all the team over at Upland for making this possible. It's super awesome, and we're super excited to be doing it. And lots more to come. All right. So let's quickly just take a quick preview of the Blueys Raceway here that we're going to be racing on today. It's just under 1.2 miles, actually 1.19 miles. We got 6 turns, believe it or not, even though on the map it only looks like you have 4. There's actually a small V turn between 1 and 2 and another small V turn between 3 and 5. So we got a little bit of turning action going on there, and it really creates some interesting moments at the track. And interesting, we've been racing this track for a week now, especially guys like Metashbook and those guys have really poured it in, getting their practice
KO
time in.
Ninja.
KO Ninja's in there, yeah.
Yeah,
And I absolutely guarantee that the MV Holdings guys are tearing it up and have been
yeah,
tearing
they're
it up
just
all
keeping
week
it
long.
on the down low.
Right. Yeah, they don't like to project their strategy very often, so they're keeping it on the low. And we certainly can't blame them for that. That's hey, it is what it is, right?
I was very proud of the fact that for a short time there, I had the fastest time on that track.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
and
talk about that.
yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and introduce our drivers for today's race. Let's introduce the drivers for today's race. From Team Mahoney MV Motorsports, sponsored by Mahoney Metaverse Holdings, number 25, Arshak, and number 6, Matsuda R. Representing the Hyde Park Ninjas, sponsored by Ninjava Coffee, number 20, KO Ninja. Sponsored by Addisley Park Raceway, aka the Tornado Alley, number 15, Wolf Warner. With alternate driver, Metamorph 19. Representing the Bronxdale Node, sponsored by More Cheese Pixel Palace, number 24, More Cheese. Sponsored by the House of Spark, number 17, Uplando. Representing the Creedmoor Hub, sponsored by 247 Venture Group, number 23, Swedish Mogul. Sponsored by Upco Motors, number 27, Recourier. Representing the Smokin' Aces Race Club, sponsored by Anthology Puzzles, number 18, TB125. Representing the Castle Elite Racing Team, sponsored by the Upland Construction Company, number 17, Mass Chef, and number 6, Fuelman. And representing the Board Uplander Racing Team, number 10, Eddie the Metaverser, and alternate driver, number 13, Metaspook. I'll get there. All right, boys and girls. And that's our drivers for today's race. I hope everybody's really excited because let me tell you something. We've got an interesting race in Heat 1. Dak, tell us about it a little bit because this is pretty exciting.
Yeah. So, and I made this note in the URL server. The whole schedule was this, kind of pre-built long before we even started racing. And today's Heat 1 happens to have 4 of the top 6 drivers in it, including the top 3. And so, which is the first 3-way tie. So what's going to be interesting is there is a good possibility that some of our top drivers are not going to be able to compete in the finals, meaning they won't get the points. So this could really shake up the leaderboard for next week. I am looking forward to seeing what happens. And TB125 has the pole position on Heat 1, and he is one of the top 3 tied. So this is a key moment for him to really kind of pull away in the leaderboard.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and check out the standings real quick on the leaderboard now that you mention it. Leaderboard today is sponsored by the Bank of Upland. And as you can see, we got 3 racers tied at the top. Myself, TB125, Matt Suter, all with 21 points, running great races last week. Arshak in number 4 spot, KO Ninja 5, Buellman in the 6th spot for Castle Elite Racing, and Wolf Warner in 6th spot also in a tie. And then we've got a 2-way tie with More Cheese and Recourier in number 8, Swedish Mogul in 10, and Uplando pulling up the last spot with Eddie. So it's an interesting situation that we have here, and I've got a little bit of a technical glitch, so I can see. There we go. Now we can see the whole board. We got that. All right. So Heat 1 once again. We've got.
Are you in?
Yep. We have Mass Chef, Matt Suter, Co Ninja, and Recourier, TB125, and Swedish Mogul all in the boards, ready to go at Heat 1. So, Dak, if you would like to go ahead and share your screen and get us into the race. We
All
will
right,
be
hold
ready
on.
to do
I
that.
wanted to make sure everybody was full before I jumped in because that does mess it up.
That does definitely mess it up.
All right, I am going to share my screen.
And right now, all we see is your llama shirt. We've got 2 minutes to get in there, and it looks like everybody's in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got everybody in there right now, so
We should be
there we
good
go.
now.
Yep, I got you on the screen. We're good to go, and we are showing all 6. So TB125 grabbed the pole this week. Of course, we're doing a random poll up until race number 7. Races 7 and 8, the pole position will be determined by the heat, or for the heat races, by the previous week's finishing times, and then of course the pole position for the final
By the standings.
yes,
by the standings.
Yeah, sorry. And then pole for the final race is determined by the top 2, or by the top finisher of the heat 1 and 2. So that we're not only racing to get into the finals, but we're also racing for pole position at the same time. So
Yep.
TB125, whenever you're ready, if you would like to go ahead and hit the start race button, and let's get this first race started, because I'm
All right.
I'm out of my
So-
mind here. Let's
You focus. Let me talk.
right on, dude.
So what's going to be interesting is for this track, you have to do better than a 155. If you can't beat a 155, chances are you're not going to be in the top 3. We have seen times as low as 153. So 153, 154, and 155 is what you're looking for to be able to make it into the top 3 spots. Let's see how these racers do. As we've seen before, whenever this screen is loading and you have waiting for players, do not leave the screen, do not refresh the screen, just stay on it and wait, or you will mess yourself up.
Yeah, it looks like we might have Recurrier having some technical issues already. So so far every week we've had something going on.
Yeah.
We have Recurrier who is unable to get into the race. We see him on the starting grid, but he is currently not able to get in. So let's wish Recurrier some luck.
Hopefully, maybe that's why we're waiting for players, is while he's getting in.
Yeah.
Just be careful about refreshing and stuff because it will mess up.
Yeah. Don't touch anything on your screen until you see the countdown to go. So this has been something that's been happening in general, pretty much every time that we've raced. So everybody just kind of has to be a little bit patient. So I am not very happy about starting all the way in the back, because that seems to be the position that I got.
Oh
getting
no!
into the race. So that's going to make my race very interesting.
So while we're waiting, I just want to kind of point out. So the person who starts the race gets pole position. They are putting in the code for the rest of the drivers to pretty much run from their starting place, get into their car, and get on the track. And so whoever is the fastest at entering that code will start to get the 2nd, 3rd, 4th spot. And if you're the last person to enter the code, you get the back of the line.
Yeah, and I am currently in the back of the line.
So the drivers have gotten very good at copying and pasting that code in fast so that they can get the 2nd spot or 3rd spot.
Right.
Once you start getting into the 4th and 5th and 6th spot, chances are you're going to finish in that position.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, I want to say hello to everyone who's in the Upland Cafe in San Francisco. Thanks for joining us there. So a couple of comments on the Twitch stream. Cheese has had some bad luck. Last week she had some bad luck. She goes, I hope I don't lose my muffler this week.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Gentlemen, we are just about to get ready here, and we are off.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, so we have, oh man, this is getting to be really competitive. I'm going to switch to helicopter view so we can see Matsuda looking for the early lead. He pulls off double boosts to get in the front. TB KO Ninja, Swedish Fish, Swedish Mogul, Mass Chef, and Recurrier following. TB and KO Ninja holding on to their boost as they come into the different turns. They're maintaining good speed, 185. Matsuda with a nice lead, but down on boosts. We'll see if the strategy pays off. He did really well last week with this strategy. We'll see how it works out this week. We have TB trying to stay next to him, making sure he's not far behind. Mass Chef coming in, using some of his boost. We have Swedish Mogul and Mass Chef battling it out for third spot. A little blocking action there in that spot. We got KO Ninja, never sleep on a ninja, coming in. Recurrier seems like he did have some issues with getting in. I'm hoping he can recover, but that just it looks like he's on autopilot right now, which is not great. TB taking the lead from Matsuda. Maybe that use of the boost, but I think Matsuda still has an extra boost left, so it'll be interesting to see how it finishes off. This is the final lap, everyone, so get ready. Matsuda coming is still right there. KO Ninja in the third spot. We have Mass Chef making a move on third spot, trying to get into the qualifier. KO Ninja right behind them, waiting to see what happens. Swedish Mogul, he's in there, he's waiting, trying to figure out the lane to come in. Oh, there goes KO Ninja trying to make his move. He makes the turn around Mass as he tries to block. KO Ninja comes in second again. Oh, kicking Mass Chef to fourth place. Matsuda third. TB 125. Good use of your boosts. You get that. Holy cow. Wow. Oh my. This was the race that I was excited to watch. Let's see what happens. But TB 125, KO Ninja, Matsuda, Mass Chef, Swedish Mogul, Recurrier having technical difficulties this race. Hopefully we'll be able to get this working out for him. But wow, what a race. What a race.
All right, Dak, if you want to go ahead and stop your screen share for us.
Sorry, I got so excited.
I know, right? So, I mean, that was an amazing race. Unfortunately, I did not qualify for the finals this week, so I'm not happy about that. The coming in, I'm telling you, the position on the track that you get makes all the difference in the world. I don't care how well you practice the track. If you don't get in there quickly and get a good position up front, you are going to have problems, just like I did today. Unable to get around. But you did
pretty good. Bringing it from the rear all the way up to 4 and battling for third spot, that was impressive.
Yeah, so I mean, it was an awesome race. Hats off to TB 125, KO Ninja, Matsuda, again making the finals. That's Matsuda's third final appearance in a row. So he's looking to make some moves on that points board. So congratulations to all the Heat 1 folks that made it into the finals today. KO Ninja again coming up from the back. Really good use of boost management there. Really excited to see that coming in from the back like that. That was spectacular. Spectacular. KO Ninja, my hat's off to you, friend. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and bring up our Heat 2 racers. Buellman, Uplando, Arshact, More Cheese, Metashpook, who's filling in for Eddie, and Metamorph 19, who is sub-driving for Wolf Warner, who was unable to make his race today. So Buellman will be dropping the code here in just a moment. We're ready for it anytime, Buellman.
Yep. Funky. Get them to the starting line.
Yes, sir.
All right. And once we get everybody to the starting line, we get this race started. Funky Beats is going to update our final standings board and get our times up there for us. So we're really excited about that. So we are going to go ahead and drop off to a commercial break here real quick, and we will be back in just a moment. partners for today's race. Real Node LA. Yep. Scan the QR code and be taken straight to the theater to enjoy today's race. All right, and we're back ready to go into race number 2. The code has been posted. Buellman's up in there, so we're going to give everybody a chance to get in here. Buellman, you'll just need to give me the signal when we are ready to join the race.
Funky Beats will give us the signgle.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Funky Beats.
Yeah, stop trying to take her role, man.
I know. I'm sorry. And of course, I have to restart my Upland because I got
while you're
excited
doing
and
that,
exited out, so it might take me a second.
I want to say that the second heat, and what I like about the way this worked out is that there are folks who are in that middle pack that were in the second heat, and so this is going to be a great opportunity for folks that were in the 6th and 8th spot to actually maybe come up a little bit on the leaderboard, just because, like, for example, Mass Chef, we know he's going to place no better than 7th place, right? So if some of the racers who were in 6th and 8th spots get that 1st or 2nd place, and they're able to get, maybe 9 points, 10 points, they'll be right up there with, and if not, maybe a little ahead of Mass Chef, for example.
Yeah.
Not to use you as a bad example, but just
hey,
trying to give folks in a sense.
It's racing, and that's what it's about. Like I said before, I said it last week. I absolutely love the competition. I love the way that these guys are throwing down and getting out there and practicing and getting those cars on the tracks and finding those fast lines and finding those boost spots. I love it. I think it's great. It makes it exciting. My blood's still pumping from the last race, and I didn't even make the final. So, I mean,
all right, we're ready.
Yeah, I think it's just absolutely amazing. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into heat number 2. We got Buellman, More Cheese. Excited to see how More Cheese does today after technical difficulties last week. Arshack, Metamorph 19 is a sub driver for Eddie. We have Uplando in there, and Metaspook is the sub driver for Uplando. Metamorph is
for Eddie.
Oh, Jesus.
By the way,
so we have 2 sub drivers in there. And yeah, go ahead, Dak. I know you're just dying
Mass
to
is
tell
working
everybody.
on 3 hours of sleep trying to get everything ready, especially after the Upland news, and we have a special announcement coming up. So yeah, he hasn't got a lot of sleep.
Yeah, so you'll have to forgive me. So anyway, all right, we are going to go ahead, and I'm going to zoom over to my other screen share here, and we will get on the screen. That's not it.
Good to go.
Okay.
All right.
I gave him the thumbs up.
Yep, we are good to start on that. Start that race anytime you are, Buellman.
Oh no. Upland just said his browser crashed.
No. No. Oh no.
You know what this reminds me of? It's like he's on the team that's trying to get by with like 400 grand in an F1 series. It's
right?
Just not working out.
Oh, Uplando, I am so sorry, my friend. That is absolutely horrid.
Jeez, take him.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, wow.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and we are off. Metamorph 19 with that huge boost right off the gate. Man, he got a nice little run in there. We got Metamorph Uplando coming up. I don't know if the computer's racing for him or not, but he's in there at the first place spot right now. Uplando blocking out Metaspook. Metaspook was able to get around him into that next curve there, so man, this is tight going around here. We got Buellman trying to make a move up into second place here, and now Arshack using the boost to get up in there. Oh man, this is crazy. Metamorph 19 now takes the lead with another boost. Oh my God. We are going into turn 1. Now turn 2. Coming out of turn 2 into turn 3, we've got Arshack in first, Metamorph 19 in second, Metaspook in third. We are going around. We are on lap 2 right now. And here comes Buellman making a move, getting blocked out though. And he was able to maintain his speed though, going right in there.
Good. That was
making
good.
a nice move coming up on Metamorph 19. And here we go again. We are down the back or the front stretch. Oh man, this is crazy. Final lap. We are on the white flag right now. Arshak in the lead. Metamorph 19 in second. Buellman in third. Buellman looking to make his move on this track. I can tell Arshak using one more boost to get a lead up on the next couple of drivers. Here comes Buellman using his boost to jump up in there too. And this is absolutely crazy. Arshak with Mahoney, they have been practicing. You know they have.
Yes. Yeah,
and
yeah. We knew they were doing it quietly.
Arshak comes in first. Buellman to take second spot. Metamorph 19 in there to squeeze out Metaspook. More cheese in fifth. And Uplando, I am so sorry, sir. Obviously, with some serious car difficulties again this week. I am so sad for Uplando. It's going to be a hole that it's going to be really, really hard to dig out of, especially with as good as these drivers are getting. So I mean, we said it at the beginning of the race when we first started today. We said it was going to take a 154 or better to get in. It was definitely the case on the first heat. 154, 155s getting in on the second heat. And that is just a lucky thing. And I think we lost Funky Beats on the feed because my Zoom is a little bit weird, but we'll get back to, there we go. Fix that. So we look forward to these technical glitches. I tell you, it wouldn't be
the way we live.
It's the way we live. It's the way we operate and the way we work. So
congratulations. Uplando being a good sport. He says all good. It has, it's a learning experience. It really is.
Yeah. So, Uplando, we've got quite a few of the 2023s that are out there racing. I believe Arshak was in one. Buellman races one. So we've got quite a few. I can't remember if Matsuda maybe has one that he races, or it might be a 22. But it's definitely a mix of both 22 and 23 S1Es. There are very small, subtle differences in the stats if you look at them. And when I say small, subtle, boy, they are small and subtle.
Like a 1 point or 2 point difference in speed, for example.
Yeah. So, it depends on the track. It depends on what's going on and how you run your vehicle. Will make a big difference on how it acts when you're out there racing, just like any other car on any other racetrack. The differences are pretty big. So, all right, we are going to go ahead and get ready for the finals. Do we know who got the pole position? That's the question that we have to ask.
I was not able to grab the results of the second heat.
And I think we lost. So it was. So I know it was Arshak came in first. Buellman second, and Metamorph 19 in third, and I did not catch a screenshot of that either. So yeah,
you were sharing,
dude.
All right, from now on, I'll do it. No,
fine.
TB.
All right.
So I know I have the finals, and TB had a 154.329. I don't know if Arshak beat a 154.329.
No, he was actually at a 154.6 something or 7 something, I believe. It was not quite that low, I don't believe. So I'm pretty
Oh,
sure that.
there we go. 154,522. So, yes. So TB has the pole for the final race, and then it's a
Bioman,
race to it.
You're a lifesaver, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Very, very nice. Thank you. So we have so TB 125, KO Ninja, and Matsuda will be from the first heat, and then we have
Arshak,
Arshax,
Bulaman, and
Bulemin,
Metamorph.
and Metamorph 19
Yep.
in the final race. So we're
And
very, very
he is.
excited.
I just want to kind of clarify a couple of things for folks that are watching, because this is the first time we have our alts coming in to race for the primaries.
Yep.
And so Metamorph's points and scoring will actually count towards Wolf Warner's points and scoring.
Right.
And Metaspook's times and scoring will count towards Eddie's points and scoring as the primary drivers.
Right. And we let them work out the monetary details of what happens with the subs. It's completely up
Right.
to the driver and their subs of how they work that out. We don't distribute that. The monetary rewards for each race go straight to the registered primary driver, and it's up to those guys to disperse any rewards to the subs that they want to do. But we obviously thank the subs for filling in for them. This is the first time we've actually had this situation. So it's pretty awesome. So TB 125, you got the pull, my friend. So if you'd like to go ahead and get the race kicked off, everybody's cars should have enough time to clear the blockchain at this point. And so
let's do a commercial.
Yeah, we'll look for that code real quick while you get that in there. I am going to do a, well, not yet. Find something to talk about for a minute because I need to fix something.
All right. So during the intro, I don't know if folks noticed, there was a little teaser about the Creedmoor Halloween Race Spooktacular. And this has now become an annual event that URL, Creedmoor, and Buck started last year. And this year, once again, we're going to be doing it for the benefit of Child Mind Institute. We have had very generous sponsorships from several car dealerships and community folks. They donated S4s. So like last year, we're going to do an auction for the spot to race. And all of the proceeds from that auction are going to go to the Child Mind Institute. This year, we are doing something a little different. Instead of auctioning off all 12 spots for racing, we're going to auction 11 spots, and we're going to raffle the 12th spot. And so Eddie from Buck, he's curating the art for 11 of those pieces. And then More Cheese and her Pixel Palace is creating a one-of-one art piece for the 12th spot raffle. And so we're very excited about this. This is, again, a very big community event. We're looking for people who want to help out and obviously make this even more exciting for those that are participating. Obviously, the bigger the prize pool, the more that people will want to actually bid on getting a seat for the race. So we welcome, if you want to contribute or help on the Creedmoor Race Spectacular, please reach out to Shaq or Rob Zilla. Join their Creedmoor server on Discord, and they'll actually be able to work with you on how to kind of bring the prizes together. Umbrella Boy is actually coordinating all of the donations and the prizes. So we have a group of people. Like usual, there's no way that this can be done by one person. And so we have a lot of volunteers that have jumped in to help make sure that this event is successful this year. So come on out, support Creedmoor, support the Child Mind Institute, and support this effort that the community is putting together.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. This is it's a huge event, and some of the things I'm going to go ahead and tease one of the auction items, just because we finally were able to secure the one item that we wanted to secure for the auction, and so we have going in with the auction packages, like so last year we did the auction packages, right? You got a one of a kind NFT from an artist. It gave you the ticket into the race and whatnot. So this year we had to kind of step up the game a little bit. So we are going to be racing with S4 standards. So it's an S4 standard, not the E or the R model, but the S4 standard model cars. And so we have secured a S4 standard car for every single participant who wins one of these spots for the race. So look forward to seeing those auctions, because now you will get not only a 101 NFT from an artist, but you will also get an S4 to use at the races. So we wanted to make sure that everybody, all the racers that won the auctions, had a car to race in. So we are going to be giving a race car to everybody. So that's my big ta-da. Aren't we excited? I'm super excited.
No, and last year was great. It was the first of its kind. We did the layer 2 experience with Upix World. No one had ever done something like that before, so it was like the first of its kind of thing. This year with layer 1 racing actually being available, and we're going to actually do layer 1 racing in Upland, and give and making sure that folks have the opportunity to do that.
Right.
I know that the racers are getting ready, and we
Yep,
have about 2 minutes before we start.
Yep, we are ready to go. So I'm going to jump in there so I can spectate and call the race. So give me just a second here to enter my code.
Where's the code? Oh, there it is.
Yep. I will be added as a spectator there. All right. And we are ready to get off to the races for this final race for race number 3 at Blueys Leg Speedway, Bakersfield, California. Let's get to racing, folks.
Now I see why TV said he learned an important lesson. Post the code after you go in so that you can actually get your pole position.
Oh, no.
Look at that. Arshak and Matsuda were like, boom.
Oh, boom. Yeah, they were in there. They jumped in there with no problem taking away that pole position. So absolutely, TV, that is a very good lesson learned. Make sure that you are actually in the race before you post the code. Otherwise, you could potentially lose pole position, as we can clearly see here. All right. We are ready to start this thing whenever you are ready, Buellman. Let's get it going.
You mean TV?
Or I'm sorry, TV. Yes, my fault.
Okay.
Good. Dude, 3 hours of sleep.
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
3 hours of sleep. I can barely see the screen, let alone whose name's on it.
Sorry. I'm having some coffee myself in my little Upland cup.
Nice. Oh, and here we go. So see, we've got the 222s that are lined up right up front, followed by 3 of the 2023s, and then follow in behind one more of the 22s. So we got 3 and 3 on this racetrack, 322s, 323s. Once again, while we're waiting for players, make sure you're not refreshing your screen. Don't change screens, don't move, don't blink, don't twitch, don't do anything. We're going to wait for this to catch up, and we will be starting momentarily. More Cheese having some coffee in her Uplando cup. That's awesome. Little shout out there to Uplando. And hopefully we will get going here very shortly.
We'll get there.
All right. Any second now, we're going to get up in there. I can feel it. Any second. Hello. It's coming.
Oh, Buehlman has an error.
Oh
So he's going
no.
to be, so after that great first heat, he's going to have issues
Oh
getting
no. Yeah.
getting into the top three spot again. Yeah, so it'll eventually kick in when you have an error for someone like that. It actually does delay the race start, but do not refresh. No matter what you do not refresh.
Yeah, well, no matter what, don't refresh. And I think I
There we
lost
go.
it. There we go. We are going to come in right now.
Woo-hoo. Oh, now this is Mahoney
This is
racing against each other head to head.
Yeah, we got the Mahoney boys out there right in front, getting the huge boost right off the gate. That is super, super fast, super awesome. And we got, so Matt Suter in first by a freaking bumper.
A fender.
Yeah. Arshak in second, TB 125 in third, maintaining that spot. Matt Suter making the wrong lane change there. And now has to use a boost to get up, and he just lost a boost as well, adding insult to injury, boosting right into the back end of Metamorph 19, who is now up in front with Arshak and TB 125. And he looks like Matt Suter trying to get back up in there. Arshak in first, TB 125 second, Matt Suter third, Metamorph 19 in fourth. KO Ninja fifth, Buehlman in sixth with some technical motor difficulties there.
Yeah. When you see his speed at 140, 130, you know he is not racing. He blew a gasket.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, KO Ninja's quite, he's doing his little thing.
Yeah,
you know the ninja. You know the ninja.
Yeah, he's a sneaky guy.
He's
and Arshak makes a great move around TB 125 on the straight there with a nice little boost.
Yeah, Metamorph making a play, came around Matsuda, is taking third spot now.
And here comes
look at
KO
that.
Ninja making his move all the way up to third place.
This is the last lap. This is the time to do it.
We are on.
Wow.
Wow.
KO Ninja
Arshak coming in with the win. TB 125 in second. KO Ninja coming in third place, getting around Metamorph 19 right at the last turn. That was an awesome race. And man, they're fast. They are on it. Let me get the right chat channel there. There we go. So Arshak with a 154.116. I'm interested to see what our record is for this track.
Well, for our official, this is now the record. Arshak's 154.116. Now, unofficially, I had the record, and then someone took it.
Yes, yeah. So unofficially, and I don't know, Dak, can you pull that race up? Do you have that race somewhere? What was the time on it that you did?
I did.
Yeah, so Dak and I raced this track the other night just because, well, I was running my mouth, and Dak had to jump in there, and he was like, let's race. And I told him that there's no way he was beating me and whatever. And Dak, Dak pulled off the race of the century.
I ran a 153.689.
So he runs a 153.689. Which was just super fast. I've actually seen Metaspook get as low as a 153.770, I think, or actually he might have been even lower than that. But yeah, that was an awesome race, and of course he beat me by like 2/100ths of a second, and so I get off of it last night, and of course I had a ton of work to do to try to get ready for the show today. But between last night and today, I've ran probably 150 races on that track just to beat Dak's score and get an unofficial track record, which I was finally able to do while I was waiting on my car to get fixed this morning at the shop by pulling in a 153.640 flat. So that was a super fast race and super fast track time. So looking forward to getting on this track again in competition because it's a great track to run on and it's a lot of fun. But hats off to the MV guys one more time. I mean, they're raking it in. We had an MV winner last week. We got an MV winner this week.
Yeah.
Arshak with a 154.116 with the official track record.
But what's going to be amazing, and I can kind of start to see the leaderboard just kind of thinking through the position. So you had Arshak first, TB second, KO Ninja third. So and Matsuda down in fifth. You didn't even make it to
The
the
final.
top
Yep.
six. So TB is going to pull away with first place overall standings.
Yeah. Yeah. for
KO
sure.
Ninja is going to make up some ground, so he's definitely going to be stepping up, I think, in rank. And Arshak is going to be right there with KO Ninja, making sure that he's in the top 5 or so spots. So
Yeah.
congratulations. You're making the race, the leaderboard a little more exciting. I was worried that people were just going to take it and run away with it, but this is definitely making it exciting. Seeing people competing for it is just what it's all about.
Yeah, and I'll say it a million times. I love the competition. Absolutely love it. We get to rat on each other all week long. We we go back and forth. The Envy guys, those guys are scary. They're very scary. They're good racers, good drivers. MV taking 2 wins in a row is awesome. You gotta put your hats off to them because
Yeah.
they're amazing. They're running really well.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about other things
For sure.
and next week.
Yep, let's have it. So let's start with next week. So we are going to be at the Kingdom Speedway next week. That one's sponsored by our very own Hyde Park Ninjas. So we're happy to have them. September 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1700 UTC time. Once again, we'll be coming at you from the Kingdom Speedway, one of Dak's favorite courses, of course. He loves that track, so this is just awesome. So so let's go ahead and talk about. So we have in exactly 12 minutes, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are dropping a video, an MRNN exclusive short, which will be dropped on our YouTube channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that everybody is going to want to go watch. And Dak, tell them why.
Historic event. The very first Stock Car Pro has been delivered to the winner of the Stock Car Pro giveaway at Genesis Week. It went to Joe Lives, Fourth Wall, from Fourth Wall. He reached out to us about, saying, hey, what can I do with this stock car? So we, of course, wanted to see, well, what can a Stock Car Pro car do? And Matt Chef and I got to go ahead and we raced against Joe Live. He's never raced before. So he was brand new to racing, didn't know anything about the rules of racing and about the lane shifting and how some lanes are faster than others. Just rookie getting into a car and going, right? He raced it against a Matt Chef used a S1R. I used my S1E, and I got blown away. The S1E got blown away, right? Which we expect with the S1R. But then what was really interesting was to see how the Stock Car Pro car kept up with the S1R and actually beat it with someone who's never raced before. Imagine what someone in MV could do with that, right? And then so it was the very first time a Stock Car Pro vehicle actually raced in Upland and we were able to record it and have that historic moment captured for eternity.
Yeah. And that video is dropping at 2 o'clock on our MRNN network on YouTube. So make sure you go check it out, because not only are we dropping an exclusive video for the historic moment of getting a Pro Series car on the tracks in Upland, but we have an announcement at the end of the video. So make sure you watch it, because you're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be awesome. So go check it out. 2 o'clock in about
If you're into racing,
if you're into racing, you're definitely going to want to watch that video. You're definitely going to want to watch it to the end to get the announcement, because it's going to be awesome. So 9 minutes. That video is going to drop in 9 minutes. So everybody jump over there to the YouTube channel and check it out. And also, Dak and I are going to be joining some of the crew over in the Upland Cafe in San Francisco here this afternoon for a nice little meet and greet with some of our drivers. We're hoping the drivers will be able to meet us over there, some of them. And we're going to do a meet and greet. We're going to have a little bit of fun hanging out in the cafe with everybody, talking racing, talking everything that you want to know about how to get into racing, how to start racing. Here earlier in the week, we did partner up with the ULU GT League. We're doing some sponsored races with them, kind of helping people get into basically an upland career path in racing. And this is the way they kind of started, because I get a lot of questions of how can I get into your events? How can we race? Those sorts of things. And And what we're telling people is get into racing, get into some of these other leagues. There's the Tolton server, there's the ULUGT server, there's
Ace Racing League,
Detroit Rally League. All of these guys are in there and they're racing. They're putting up prizes. They're putting up UPICs. And that's how you get here, is by going there and getting into some of those races, get your name out there, get it known. We are going to be doing some qualifying races here towards the end of the season to start up with our kart series racing. So we'll be having open qualifiers for that, for anybody that wants to start with kart series. So really exciting stuff. Like I said, get in there and get your name known, get into some of these races, and that's your path to get here.
Yeah, and the key is that what we're looking to do is to be able to kind of bring the best of the best. And so if you're able to make a name for yourself racing in these other servers, I mean, that's when I first heard of Metashook, and Sting has been racing in these other servers and kind of tearing it up. And so you start to hear the names that are exciting. And those are the names we want to bring into URL. And as we've talked about before, we have the relegation and the promotion mechanic that's gone into effect. And so we will have between 2 and 4 spots available for seasons, depending on what ends up happening and so forth. And so it's not like we can just let everyone in. So it's going to get more and more competitive to actually be able to race in URL.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Let's see. We got anything else going on, Dak? Any more announcements we need to make today, or are we good? Is that... Once again,
we had a question on Twitch about what's our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so I am working on getting that there.
If you can post that up there, that would be great.
Yep.
If you can also just type in Metaverse Racing News Network on YouTube, and that will also bring it up as well. And so there's also a question on there from Crypto Crewman about the URL NFT as well. So that might be something you want to go over, because there are some URL NFTs out there floating around. They are exclusive. They are there for a reason, and that reason is what?
You get to be NFT verified on the URL server and have access to special raffles and events that we do from time to time for our URL NFT holders.
Right. So if you haven't picked up a URL
an S4, Genesis Week swag,
right?
100,000 UPIX. I mean, things like that.
There's big prizes in there, so if you haven't gotten yourself a URL NFT, then go out there and grab you one. There's not very many of them available on the market. They are on wax. But I know some of the race commissioners do give them away for prizes during, certain things here and there. And, it's really cool.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, get into the URL server, get verified with that NFT with our Honeycomb bot, and you can get access to our exclusive channel for these giveaways. And
We had another question from Caesar I want to answer real quick. It was about, so the URL HQ track was approved. We have the event, we have it building, and we did a special where we are giving away one of those URL NFTs to people who staked 0.2 or more Spark on the track. I believe the track is actually full, so people cannot stake on it at this point. But that was the that is the raffle that we're doing right now for people to get one of those URL NFTs. And heck, I only have like 4 or 5 left. I don't have much left.
Yeah, I think I have maybe 2. I'm not even sure that I have that. I know I have 1 for sure, but I might have 2. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, but, so they're not easy to get.
Right? All right, everybody, that's going to do it for our show today. Don't forget to join us again next week. Same time, same place. We're going to be doing this all again. Only we're going to do it on the Kingdom Speedway out in Rancho Park. So make sure you check that out. And we want to thank our sponsors for that race, Hyde Park Ninjas. Once again, you guys are the bomb. We appreciate you being our sponsors for the 2nd season in a row, along with a couple others that we have in there as well. And a special thank you to Joe Lives for letting us hang out with him last night and check out the new ride, the new
That
wheels.
Is one chill dude, man.
Right, rock on. So don't forget, go check out the YouTube channel for MR, the Metaverse Racing News Network, and that video is going to drop in 2 more minutes. Make sure you watch it all the way to the end, and we will see you
in the cafe
and on the cafe.